It's the resurrection of an idea that once existed only as an ambitious sketch, a dream too radical for production at the time, now reborn through engineering imagination. We're talking about the Volkswagen Golf GTI twin-turbo V6 Roadster, a machine that didn't just tweak the Golf formula, it completely detonated it. This wasn't an evolution, it was a revolution. To understand how wild this project really is, you have to remember what the Golf GTI represents. Since 1976, the GTI badge has symbolized affordable performance. Lightweight, front engine, front-wheel drive, practical hatchback fun. It was the everyday enthusiast's car. But this concept asked a dangerous question. What if the humble GTI abandoned practicality and chased pure performance? The result? A Golf with a mid-mounted twin-turbo V6 producing over 500 horsepower, more than double what most production GTIs ever offered. Visually, the car looks like it escaped from a futuristic racing game. The stance is dramatically wider than a standard Golf. The ride height is slammed. The body is sculpted with deep air channels, aggressive side intakes, and a massive rear diffuser that looks ready to swallow the pavement. The iconic GTI red accent line remains, but here it feels more like a signature than a decoration, a reminder of its heritage. Full LED lighting, razor-sharp daytime running lights, and oversized cooling vents signal immediately that this isn't a hot hatch. It's something far more extreme. And then there's the open-top Roadster configuration. No roof, no compromise, just driver, machine, and atmosphere. At high speeds, the wind doesn't gently pass by, it attacks. The sound of the twin turbos spooling up behind you isn't muted, it's amplified. This layout transforms the experience from driving a car into operating a mechanical weapon. Now let's talk about what makes this concept truly insane: the engine placement. Instead of sitting up front like every traditional Golf, the 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged V6 is mounted behind the seats, in a mid-engine configuration, the same layout used by exotic supercars like Lamborghinis and Ferraris. This completely changes the weight distribution and driving dynamics. It shifts the center of gravity rearward, improving traction under acceleration and delivering razor-sharp cornering capability. With over 500 horsepower sent to all four wheels through an advanced audio-odd system and a race-inspired dual-clutch transmission, the Golf GTI Roadster launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 3.5 seconds. That performance figure places it alongside serious performance icons. For perspective, that's quicker than many V8 sports cars and dangerously close to entry-level supercars. But raw power isn't the whole story. The chassis engineering is equally impressive. Carbon fiber body panels reduce weight and increase structural rigidity. Active aerodynamic elements adjust airflow depending on speed and driving conditions. The adaptive suspension system constantly recalibrates damping in milliseconds to keep the car planted. Massive performance brakes sit behind lightweight alloy wheels, ready to tame the car's explosive acceleration. This isn't just power added to a small car. It's a complete re-engineering of what a Golf could be. Inside, the cockpit feels closer to a Le Mans prototype than a street hatchback. There's no back seat, no infotainment clutter, no unnecessary luxury. Carbon fiber dominates the surfaces. Alcantara wraps the steering wheel and racing bucket seats. A fully digital instrument cluster displays telemetry-style data, boost pressure, torque output, lap timing metrics. The steering wheel integrates most controls, keeping the driver's hands exactly where they belong. Everything about the interior communicates one message: focus. What makes this concept even more fascinating is its origin story. The Golf GTI Roadster concept first gained massive attention through a virtual design created for the Gran Turismo video game series. What started as a digital fantasy quickly generated such excitement that Volkswagen decided to build a real, fully functional version. That transition, from virtual pixels to physical performance machine, makes this car even more legendary. It's one of the rare examples where gaming culture directly influenced real-world automotive engineering. And yet, despite its performance potential, it was never meant for mass production. It was a statement piece, a technological flex, a bold demonstration of what Volkswagen's engineering team could accomplish if cost constraints and practicality were removed from the equation. It asked a provocative question: if the GTI badge had no limits, how far could it go? The answer was this: a mid-engine, twin-turbo, 500-plus horsepower roadster wearing a Golf badge. In automotive history, some vehicles become legends not because they were sold in large numbers, but because they proved a point. The Golf GTI twin-turbo V6 Roadster proved that even an icon built on practicality can transform into something outrageous, emotional, and supercar-level intense. It may never dominate highways. It may never roll off an assembly line. But in the minds of enthusiasts, it represents one of the most unforgettable what-if machines ever created. A Golf that forgot it was supposed to be sensible and remembered how to be wild.